I'm actually going to be taking a recipe that I found online, eyeballing it, and I'm actually going to be replicating it on my video. So, I've never made this dish before, but you're going to see how I turned it out. So, it's actually going to be chicken katsu curry. E is actually silent. Please remove the apostrophe because it's not real meat. And so, let me know down below if you want any more cooking stuff in the future. I personally feel like I had a good time, but you'll see how this turns out. It's pretty different from the rest of my content because this is genuinely like...
Do you want to know how I fucked that up so badly? So I use this thing called the Stream Deck. The Stream Deck, right? I have a very specific panel. We're zooming in. Okay? It was on this one, the voice mod one. For some reason...
This was on. All it takes is for me to fuck up and accidentally press one button, and I sound like this.
I take that off and I sound fine. This is f***ing Shannon. Shannon's a lovely piece of equipment. Shannon is a great friend of mine. Shannon's not afraid of anybody in chat. Shannon's fantastic, and she also has a lovely friend named Bart. I like to call this bitch Gannon. So yeah, we do have our hot plate here because this is exactly what we'll be cooking on. Also, we do have our camera directly above Gannon. So you guys will also be able to see the Gannon POV cooking right here. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You get the hot stove top view. And we are cooking chicken curry katsu today. So if you guys did not know, I'm actually not gonna be cooking an actual chicken. We are going to be using baked tofu. We're gonna be using baked tofu today. So this already has a texture to it, but I will still be prepping and creating tofu the way it needs to be cooked and prepped. This is actually gonna be the dish that I'll be making today. So I'm very excited. It's actually all created with tofu, and then rice, and then the curry sauce. So I will be making the sauce today. The rice is already cooking just because that's not really a big deal. If you guys want to learn how to make rice, all you gotta do is get the rice of your choice, put it in a rice cooker, like good people do. You don't cook that shit on a stovetop. I'm sorry. Rice cookers exist. Everybody tell Shannon that she's nice. Everybody in chat, tell Shannon that she's nice. Shannon just wants to know that she's loved. So if you want to make tofu, you have to have a tofu press. For those of you guys who don't have a tofu press, such as I, because I'm a broke-ass bitch who didn't go to Bed Bath & Beyond. For some reason, they have f***ing tofu presses. You have to go ahead and get a tofu press and press your tofu on there. Literally just add some pressure the way that y'all add pressure on yourselves every day. And if you don't have that, you're gonna do exactly what I'm gonna do right now, and I'm gonna show you the way of being broke. Okay, so you can see that tofu is very squishy. Tofu is very, very squishy and has a lot of fluid in it. So if you want anything to be replicated and to be a different firm texture, so you want your tofu to resemble chicken, to resemble steak, meat, or anything like that. It depends on the amount of pressure that you put on it. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna place both tofu things on top of it, like this, as so, right? And I'm actually gonna open the other one. Okay, so as exhibited as so, I am placing my tofu on top of this tray. And the reason why I have this tray underneath is because the fluids on top will be pressing on it. I'm going to get a clean, nice, heavy object and place it on top. And I'm just gonna be placing pressure on it, okay? So this is actually gonna press for about 30 minutes or so. Literally, all you have to do is literally press it for 30 minutes, and that is going to actually equivalent you having a tofu press. So the heavier the object is that you place on top of it, and all you need to do is have it for 30 minutes, you should be good. There it is, it's being tofu, it's tofuing right now. I'm going to place some heavy objects on top, okay? Let's count together like a family. 1, 2, 3. We are prepping ingredients now, chat. Onions are a necessity. The first thing that we're working on while the tofu is pressing is we're gonna start to make the curry sauce. So the first thing that you wanna do is making sure that your onions and your carrots are good. They are the first things that need to saute along with every other ingredient that we're probably gonna use. But first things first, onions and carrots. Let's go. Go ahead and chop that bitch up. I like onions because I have layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are sauteing the shit out of these onions. But the thing is, it doesn't matter how big the chunks are. Because the thing is, oh fuck, I'm about to cry. I can't look, I can't look, I can't look. So I'm actually cutting with my eyes closed. This is fucking fantastic. Please your fingers while cutting. The thing is, you guys don't understand that I'm literally a pro chef. Me being a pro chef means I don't need to actually look while I cook. I need the same amount of carrots that I need the same amount of onions as well. The sesame oil that I'm using today is this one. It is called 100% pure toasted sesame oil by Okinawi. I'm gonna let this heat up for a little bit, and while that heats up, I'm gonna start prepping the other ingredients or starting to get them out. So I'm gonna need crushed garlic, ginger, curry powder, and turmeric to saute as well on top of this. So my handy dandy Bob the grinder is right here, chat. Previously washed, recently good, so I'm just gonna start doing the hoo-ha, tee-hee. Just start mushing that fish in there. Yeah, you. I hate your face. I hope you get shredded like this bitch. Oh yeah, feel that. Feel all that. Oh, I'm grinding so hard. I'm grinding like I play Valorant. I'm grinding like I play League. I'm now suddenly in silver. Oh. That should be enough for ginger. And now I'm gonna start doing garlic. I'm also going to be grinding my garlic in the same way. Oh, I'm grinding so hard. Now that I have my ingredients, I'm gonna start cooking and using the carrots and the onions first. And those are gonna saute a little bit since they have a little bit more density and they're a little bit harder. So I'm gonna drop those in first. And not gonna lie, if any of the other ones drop into, like, I'm not gonna be upset since they're all gonna, like, add in. But these are probably gonna need to go in first. So the color that you guys want this to be is that you want the onions to not be this light color. You want it to be darker. I'm gonna start to add everything else. So here's the curry powder that I'm using. It's McCormick Gourmet Organic Curry Powder. And I'll be using not just turmeric, I'll be using ground turmeric. TBH, I think it is a preference. If you like turmeric and or ground turmeric, there's more of like a consistency difference and not anything else really. Okay, so now that I've added that, I'm actually gonna add a sprinkle of ground turmeric over everything. Just literally like sprinkle over it. And also the curry powder. I know it's starting to get dry, so as I said, per usual, if you don't want to keep adding oil, adding water will actually change that consistency up a lot. So now that it's down a little bit, I think I'm supposed to add now tomato paste, coconut milk, vegetable stock, and sugar, coconut sugar. All right, so for coconut milk, I have organic coconut original. I'm actually gonna use this bowl for wet ingredients. So vegetable stock. Last thing that I need is tomato paste. Again, I'm gonna start to eyeball this shit. I'm not necessarily gonna like add too much. I'm gonna probably do like 3 to 4 to 5 drops. All right, perfect. Just enough for it to not be overwhelming, but also be flavorful. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm gonna start to whisk it like this before I put it into the dish. Now it's time to just move it on over. There we go. So this is actually probably gonna be something that I simmer. I'm gonna thicken it up a little bit, so I'm gonna be using an all-purpose organic flour. Also, heads up, I am dropping in some coconut sugar. Just sprinkling a little bit on top, but not adding too much. Let me do the annual taste test. Let me see. Yup. Something needs to be added. I think garlic powder. Actually, I'm a f***ing liar. I found onion powder, but not garlic powder. Now that we have this, it was pressing, so a lot of the water is gone. So the tofu is and has been pressed for a little bit longer. So that being said, I'm just gonna grab the this and place all the blocks of tofu right there. And then we're gonna start to cut them into like diagonal triangles and shit. All right, so I'm gonna cut them like this. And then once I feel like I have all those slices up, then we're gonna start to move forward to the dry and wet ingredients. The way that you guys make like chicken or so and everything like that, that's exactly how we're gonna treat this right now. All right, so now that we got our diagonal tofus, we're going to start to make an all-purpose flour, curry powder, and garlic powder and mix it together. Okay, so dry ingredients here and wet ingredients in here. You wanna separate them always and never put them together at the same time. I don't have garlic powder. Just super grind the hell out of the garlic clove. That's exactly what the I'm doing right now. This works. This works. And then we're gonna use curry powder. Breadcrumbs that I'll be utilizing today that I personally like, but also suggested by this cooking. What is it? This ingredients thing is panko Japanese style breadcrumbs. All right, let's go. Hell yeah. Breadcrumbs. A lot of this. A lot of that. So once we finally got our sesame oil, chat, we're gonna start to drizzle it all over the place. Let's heat our pan up with this anyway. So boom, bada bing, bada boom. And then I'm gonna put it on max. But before we put anything in there, let's start to prep. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to get these tofu bits. You want to start to roll them. Oh, hold on, let me put this to the back. You want to start to roll it in there. I'm just gonna grab about 2, because we're probably gonna be able to fit about 2 at a time in here anyway. So now that we got that, we're going to start dipping it inside the buttermilk, right? So we got the buttermilk, and then finally we're gonna roll it in the breadcrumbs right here. So I'm gonna start to roll it in here. Initial breading or initial dry coating, and then I'm just gonna coat the out of it with this one. All right, I'm gonna let this bitch sit to the side. Hello, baby. And then now I'm gonna repeat the same things for the other one. So here it is. I'm gonna start to drop that down, dropping this down, and dropping this down. Perfect. I'm gonna actually swoosh around the oil in there so it's not gonna like overtake any of the foods. The rice is actually ready. It's been steaming this entire time. It was actually made this morning. So all that the rice cooker does is keep it warm anyway. So I'm about to start plating this dish because the curry sauce is ready, the katsu is about to be ready, and everything's about to be topped off. It's about to be a great meal. That looks good! Welcome to the first and very last episode of BB's Kitchen. First, look. All right, so we got some of the chicken. This is actually tofu, if you guys did not know. We're gonna get the rice in here, and then we're gonna grab some of the curry. All right? It's sweet and savory. And this has garlic, like literal garlic in it. So this actually ended up tasting like actually like garlic bread almost. Like it's almost like garlic breading because it's not just garlic powder. It's like the actual garlic. So I feel like I'm actually tasting the garlic, but like not in a strong way because it's mixed in with the powder. It's really good. Man, what a fucking cooking stream. Can I get some yes chefs in chat? Can I get some yes chefs in chat? Just yes chefs. We're gonna take a picture. But I need everybody in chat to say yes chef. Right now! Yes chefs in chat! And then we're gonna take a nice picture, okay? Yes chef! Thanks chat. Thanks chat. Wait, I gotta include my hat. There it is. Yes chef!